Far beyond the busy ships and distant shores, there was an ocean so wide and blue it seemed to stretch forever. The waters shimmered like liquid sapphire beneath the golden morning sun. Gentle waves rolled softly, and schools of tiny silver fish sparkled like drifting stars. Coral gardens bloomed below, glowing pink, orange, and violet. And in this vast, magical ocean lived a young blue whale named Luna. Luna was smaller than the other whales. Her skin shimmered a soft blue-gray, and her eyes were wide with curiosity. Every morning, she swam slowly near the surface, watching seagulls glide across the sky. The sky fascinated her. It stretched endlessly above the ocean, painted with drifting clouds and glowing sunlight. Sometimes Luna would rise to the surface, gently splash her tail, and whisper quietly to herself, "I wonder what it feels like to fly." The waves answered only with soft ripples, but the dream stayed inside her heart. One evening, as the sun dipped low, painting the ocean gold and pink, Luna watched something incredible. Far away, a giant whale leapt from the water. It rose high into the air, sparkling with droplets of sunlight. For a moment, it looked as if the whale was touching the sky itself. Luna's eyes widened, and her heart raced with excitement. "One day, I want to leap that high," she whispered. But then she looked at herself. She was small, slow, and not nearly as strong as the older whales. Her excitement slowly turned into doubt. "Maybe I'm too little." The ocean grew quiet around her, but deep inside, the dream still glowed like a tiny star. The next morning, Luna tried. She swam down into the deep water, wiggled her tail, and pushed as hard as she could. Whoosh! She rushed upward and burst from the water, but only a tiny splash followed. She barely lifted above the waves. Nearby dolphins giggled playfully, not in a mean way, just surprised. Luna sank back beneath the surface, embarrassed. Her heart felt heavy. "Maybe I can't do it after all." Dark clouds slowly rolled across the sky above. Even the ocean seemed to sigh. That night, Luna decided something brave. If she wanted to learn how to leap, she would have to explore the ocean. Maybe somewhere in the wide sea, she would discover how. So Luna began a journey. She swam through glowing coral forests, where tiny fish darted like colorful sparks. She passed underwater cliffs, where ancient sea turtles drifted slowly through blue currents. She crossed quiet open waters, where the moonlight shimmered on the waves like silver paint. Every place she visited felt like another chapter in a great adventure. But she still didn't know how to leap. Luna practiced every single day. She tried leaping near rocky islands. Splash! She tried again near coral reefs. Splash! She tried again under the bright morning sun. Splash! Sometimes she barely lifted above the surface. Sometimes she spun sideways and landed with a huge, awkward splash. Each time she tried, she felt both hopeful and discouraged. One night, she floated quietly under the stars. The ocean was calm, the sky endless. Why is it so hard? She wondered. A gentle wave rocked her slowly, as if the ocean itself was whispering, "Keep going." Soon, Luna met many new friends. First, a wise old sea turtle named Kai swam slowly beside her. "Big dreams take time," he said gently. Then, Luna met a group of playful dolphins who taught her how to swim faster and curve through the water. They laughed and leapt through the waves beside her, showing her their joyful tricks. Later, she met a giant manta ray gliding gracefully through the deep sea. "Speed begins with calm," the manta ray said. "Let the ocean carry you." Each friend taught Luna something new. Little by little, she grew stronger and braver. One afternoon, Dark clouds gathered across the horizon. A great ocean storm rolled in. Thunder rumbled. Huge waves rose and crashed across the sea. Most animals hid deep underwater, but Luna remembered something. Storm waves were powerful. Very powerful if she could ride one. Maybe she could leap higher than ever before. But the waves were enormous. Her heart pounded. This was the biggest challenge she had ever faced. Luna closed her eyes. She remembered her journey, her friends, her failures, and her dream. Then she whispered to herself, "I'm not too small. I'm still learning." She swam deep beneath the storm waves. Down, down, down. Then she turned upward and kicked her tail with all her strength. Faster, faster, faster. The water rushed past her like a roaring river. The surface grew closer, closer. Boom! Luna burst from the ocean like a shooting star. She soared high above the crashing waves. Water droplets sparkled around her like diamonds. For a magical moment, she was flying. The clouds swirled above. The ocean stretched endlessly below. Luna had never felt so free. Then she splashed back into the sea with the biggest, happiest splash of her life. The storm clouds began to drift away, and the sunset painted the sky with glowing colors. That evening, Luna floated peacefully beneath the golden sky. Her friends gathered nearby, the dolphins, the turtle, and the manta ray. They cheered for her. Luna smiled. She had finally touched the sky, but something inside her had changed. She realized the most important thing wasn't just the leap. It was the journey, the friends, and the courage she discovered along the way. And from that day forward, whenever a young sea creature felt afraid to try something new, Luna would tell them gently, "Dreams may feel far away, but if you keep swimming forward, one day you'll rise higher than you ever imagined." Above them, the sky stretched endlessly, and the ocean shimmered with quiet magic. Thank you so much for joining us for this story. If you enjoyed Luna's journey, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures. See you next time.